Lil Boosie calls Charleston white for dissing Tootie and fighting T.I and his son King Harris. I got the whole video right here I'm about to play for you guys. Just make sure you subscribe, drop a comment down below, and like this video. Let's get right into it.
To be a tipster. Yeah, I want to be like T.I. I used to wear my hat and everything like you. I want to be a tipster. So tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little mother check before he end up like Trayvon Martin with me.
If you ever find yourself in a fight with a man with no arms, expect to get kicked. People do what they can. If all they can do is talk, they're gonna do a lot of talking. I'm gonna do a lot of doing. I ain't really got time, bro. I ain't really got time. Too many people to pay. I got too many people on payroll. Too many people depending on me to pay them. I ain't got time.
My mama raised a bitch. Your mama and daddy raised a yellow freak. Yeah. That nigga T.I. son say, I'll whoop your old ass. Now T.I., you raising these kind of little yellow mother. You got a yellow mother. Look how your son look, talking about he'll jump on a 50-something-year-old nigga. Yo boy, hey, so T.I., them the kind of boys you got? Say T.I., listen, if your boy jump on me, y'all will bury that yellow mother. Right in his goddamn. Look, I wish an 18, 19-year-old would jump on me. Boy, I Trayvon Martin, that little mother. I swear to God. My right hand to God. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If T.I. son jump on me, I'm on George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, his little mother. I'm gonna let him get on top of me. Yeah, I'm on Trayvon Martin, his mother. He got me f***ed up. You better get your son, T.I. Little yellow mother ain't never been hit across his goddamn head with a baton, with that Rodney King baton. Why hit that yellow mother? I'm talking about jumping on me, hurting me. Boy, you better get your boy Tip, and you better tell him you work for Crime Stoppers. He talking about I got a badge. You had a badge before I had a badge, T.I. Remember? They had you going around doing a community service, talking to the kids about reporting crime because you got caught with a bunch of guns on federal paper. We don't know how you beat them charges, T.I., because one thing every feds know, I don't give a damn about that shit. So tell your son you inspired me.
I ain't really got time. Hey, look, that's another thing, right? The devil used the hell out of me, bro. Especially with the internet, bro. The internet want the worst out of people. The internet reward the worst behavior, bro. You can come on here and spit number facts. You can spit none but uplifting material to try and get people through their day. Your views gonna be low. As soon as you get on them doing some bullshit, man, talking some bullshit, nonsense, going through the roof. The devil will use you, man. And the reason you know the devil is using you, bro, is fear involved. All right? If you scared to face something, if you scared to show up somewhere, if you scared, like that, that's fear. God don't exist in fear. I walk around with no bodyguard, no security, most places. Not because I'm tough, not because I'm bad, not because I'm, some kind of big ultimate gangster. It's because I've invested so much of myself, so much positive energy into these communities. That, man, people ain't got nothing but love and respect for me, bro. I ain't got to look over my shoulder because I done told on nobody, because I done robbed nobody, because I done shot nobody, because I done did nothing. People, whatever people feel about me, they feel that way because of love. They feel that way because of love. And love is from God. Fear is of the devil. I don't operate in fear. I don't need no whole bunch of police around me to go nowhere. I don't need no whole bunch of security around me to go nowhere, bro. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. They will form. They will not prosper. If I had done told on somebody, man, got them a whole bunch of time, they'd have been shot me a long time ago. They'd been sent somebody to shoot me a long time ago, bro. Ain't worried about that. You can tell by how I move around. You can tell. And I'm covered by God. Covered by God, bro. This is God playing. I couldn't have thought of this shit. I ain't this smart. I couldn't have thought of this. I couldn't have got myself all the way here. I'm not that smart. I done f***ed up so many times. I would have blew it a long time ago, bro. I'm just here living out God work. Doing God work, living out God plan, bro. No one can interrupt the plan that God has made for you or anyone else. No one can. No one can. So y'all gonna feed into the bull, man. I'm gonna keep it on the level. I'm gonna keep that shit on the level. I'm not just a rapper, bro. Rap is not, it's the beginning of what I did, but it's not all that I do. This shit cannot be fabricated for 20-some years, bro.
So T.I goes on IG and goes off on Charleston White, wants to fight him because Charleston White basically dissed his son. And he was telling Charleston White, T.I spoke out and said, you need to pick on somebody your own size. You need to pick on somebody your own age. He was talking about like who disses people like youngins these days like that. Why are you a 40, almost 50-year-old man? And he's dissing like kids. I think T.I.'s son is like 19 or something like that. And so, and you know how T.I is, man. He used to be called the king of the South, and he used to have them blickies on him. And so he was telling him that he needs to come and check in with him and needs to run whatever beef he's got going on with T.I directly instead of going on and dissing his son and stuff. And you know how Charleston White is. He always dissing everybody. He's always rubbing everyone the wrong way and going against the grain, man. And so basically what T.I wants to do is he wants to challenge a boxing match or something. He wants to do a meetup in a parking lot or something with Charleston White because he's sick and tired of all this bickering and back and forth, and he doesn't have time to sit here and have his son be picked on or anything like that by anybody, man. And so like T.I is the type of person where he thinks Charleston White is like bullying his son. And so what are you gonna do? Like I bet a lot of you guys have kids out there, so what would you do if Charleston White or somebody like that was bullying your kid? Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Charleston White already pepper sprayed Soulja Boy at Rolling Loud, and so if he pepper sprays T.I all in the same year, that would be one of the craziest runs of trolling that we've ever seen. And basically that would make it to where that's going to put Charleston White even more up in the clout and just getting attention to him. And he's just going to have more and more people looking at him and stuff. But I think that he might have ran into the wrong one. Like, well, first of all, T.I is not like Soulja Boy. And so what you got to understand is that it's going to be a whole different kind of outcome. You might see Charleston White being the one who's crying and da-da-da going down. He's going to have to actually call some people for real if it actually catches up and he goes toe-to-toe with T.I. Like, who would you guys put your money on, man? Like, comment down below and let me know exactly what you think would happen if T.I and Charleston White actually came face-to-face while they were at the height of their beef. And what's going on right now is that it's really heating up. And so you got to understand that these are grown men. And so, but the thing is that T.I is really like acting like this because he's trying to defend his son. Like, he doesn't want anything to happen with the pepper spray to his son. And so like that's exactly the type of fire and the heat that T.I came with on his IG. And he went directly on his story, directly on his live, and stated it, called Charleston White out and said pull up. And he told him exactly where he was in Bankhead. And T.I pulled up at his new building in Bankhead where he's literally got the foundation and the basement cement already done. And he was telling Charleston White he could meet there. That's like a spot right there. He was telling him that he was outside and he was ready to go. He wasn't scared of his pepper spray. He's not worried about his mace. And you know how Charleston White, he keeps 3 different kind of pepper sprays on him. And he has a little pocket or whatever like that. And so what you got to understand is that you got to keep in mind that Charleston White's pepper spray only shoots 25 feet out. And so if T.I is 30 feet away, then Charleston White can't get at him, and then they just be talking to each other. But if he runs up on T.I, T.I might be able to dodge the pepper spray and get around and catch his chin or something like that. And basically, you got to understand that T.I is a lot taller than Charleston White. And so from that, T.I might have a better reach and advantage. You got to think about this because T.I was really about this business. Like, you know, he doesn't play around. He was saying he's serious. He's not playing around with Charleston White. And he's risking everything. He went on his IG to say it all, man. Like, he actually wants to fight him, and he actually wants to do the meetup. And now Charleston White, he came out and he's still dissing T.I.'s son, and he's saying he don't care what T.I. says, like, and he's not concerned about a meetup, and that he will call the feds and everybody on T.I. if he wants to. And you got to understand that Charleston White will probably be the type of person who will bring up T.I.'s case and actually call his PO or anybody to relate it to him, any social worker, just like how he did to King Yella and them. And so all that is because of basically some dumb mistake that Charleston White made. I mean, he should not have been dissing T.I.'s son. Like, T.I.'s about that life. And first of all, why are you dissing somebody like that? Why not him just talk about somebody else? Like, doesn't he have better things to do? And that's the reason why T.I. got up in flames, man. He's not having that. He's like, man, you need to go get your money and stop worrying about my kid. And what does that have to do with anything that you got going on? And you got to realize that T.I. is waking up to all of this, and he's realizing that Charleston White was getting a lot of attention just from him beefing with his kid. You know how it is. And so he doesn't want his kid to get pepper sprayed. Like King, he's going to come out he went on his live and said that he's not scared of Charleston White getting pepper sprayed, that he'll probably knock Charleston White out. And so I think Charleston White is the same height as T.I.'s son. And so that's going to be more of an even matchup because they're both skinny and they're both short like that. So what's going to happen is that could even be a thing if they do like some type of meetup or a boxing match or whatever they set it up, whether it's in the street or whether they do it as like a whole event. And he can't do a versus with T.I. because Charleston White is basically, he does stand-up comedy. And so T.I. knows that Charleston White does the stand-up comedy, so he'll pull up to one of his shows and pepper spray him from the audience and throw tomatoes at him and everything like that. And so this thing is getting serious between Charleston White and T.I. right now. Like, it's actually up in the air, and T.I. would do something about it. He'll actually drive from Atlanta to Dallas. Like, Charleston White is in Dallas and T.I. is in Atlanta. And so they're like, that's like a 15-hour drive. And so basically they're far away from each other. And what's going to happen is that they're going to be crossing paths, or they're going to have to catch each other in the road or something like that on tour somewhere. Or I think T.I. got more money than Charleston White, so he could actually pull up and take the time and actually hop on a plane and go to one of the shows that Charleston White puts on, or if he gets tased or anything like that. And so he'll rather have Charleston White step up to him and not have to have this thing where if anything does happen, then the whole internet is going to be talking about how T.I. should have defended his son from the beginning, or that or he added to the beef and made it to where somebody got hurt. You don't want to play around, man, and have anything like that happen. And so, you know, one thing could lead to another, but Charleston White and T.I. and beef is like an actual thing now. And so we would have never thought that at the beginning. A lot of people didn't expect that all these little things will happen with Charleston White and these celebrities and all of these rappers and stuff like that. But at this point, he's calling out everybody. And T.I., man, he got angry. It rubbed him the wrong way. And that he think that it went too far for him to be speaking on his son's name like that. And so he's saying stop with the dissing, stop with the game, stop with all of that. He's not with it. And that he'll actually see him in person in real life. And so that's why everything is going to the level that it's going right now.